Hi, this is Coach Charles Holland here. I want to cut a short video to tell you where I'm going. I'm going to a couple of different video training series. And this all happened because I just got out of a 13-week training I did for a group of marketers and for business leaders and owners and leaders, a lot of them, for not only the power of why, but specifically teaching series on Think and Grow Rich, some of the sage wisdom that's been around. Bob Proctor speaks about it. He's read the book dozens, if not hundreds of times, still talks about it to this day as his training tool, if you will. All of the secrets of success, of how to make things work and how the world works are contained in his book, Think and Grow Rich. And I just got out of doing a series of trainings. We had between 125 to 180 people every single once a week in this course from all over the world. And we didn't record a lot of it. There were some audio recordings, but I'm going to do some video recordings. The reason is I want to share this. I want to be more of a go-giver instead of a go-getter. I've been a go-getter my whole life. And I like this series of books. Oh, well, let me see. Bob Berg, he's got the go-getter for sales and everything. I haven't broken this one up, but he's got the go-getter or the go-giver, which has opened my eyes to a lot of things. So I want to pay it forward. These will be some secret sauce about why I've been successful in training amateur, professional, elite level athletes for years. Didn't do a whole lot. I can't say I made millions of dollars in the marketing and internet marketing and MLMs, but I wrote books against most of them because I built big teams, 10, 20,000 people, and they always did something and went stupid sideways. I've locked into something really good now that's more of an affiliate program, and it's a beautiful thing. We'll touch on that a little bit later for those that are interested. But right now, I want to tell you where I'm going with this because knowing your why is probably the most important thing if you're going to relate to somebody in sales. It's also going to be important for you getting your own purpose. If you know your why, the power of why is, man, it's the rudder to a ship. If you could imagine this being an iceberg, and what you see out here in the physical world above the waterline, this is what is seen by the world. This is your physical being. This is what would hurt you in a training of professional athletes. I worked as a specialized kinesiology, doing advanced level healing, if you will, for a lot of athletes. That a lot of it comes down to the mind, how you program your mind for success and fear and pain, and fear of pain, as Tony Robbins speaks about. But the rudder to that ship is your why, having your purpose. And if you know why somebody wants to do something, for instance, why they want to get out of their job, maybe they don't have a purpose. I've got a friend of mine who sets up alarm systems and everything. He's like, is this really making a difference in the world? He's like, I make good money, but I want to have a stronger purpose to help other people. So we're talking about his ministry and getting that power of why. Once you know your why you operate, what is your purpose? What's the rudder on your ship? You don't have to focus on the money. The success will come. I've seen it. I can tell you. I'm going to run through this stories in Think and Grow Rich, and I'm not going to read out of the book. I did this class years ago, and it was awesome. People from all over, numerous multi-level marketing companies, and I coached and trained cross teams. I didn't join any of their internet marketing games or anything. I was busy coaching professional athletes, but somebody heard one of my conferences and speaking to athletes about why, getting their purpose, getting into their state and their zone. When you get your why as a professional athlete, you can understand how to get that next athletic training challenge accomplished. You'll understand why you need to practice a little bit more than the average athlete out there. If you just do 10% more in athletic competition, it'll make a difference in $1 million in your paycheck. Then next thing I know, I had all these professional athletes making huge checks. Government comes in, takes half, and I helped them set up home businesses so that they could do some wise financial planning for their family. Next thing I know, I had a practice full of professional business owners looking for strategies for business. So I went off and became certified as a business coach. I am truly a professionally certified business coach, which doesn't mean that I'm all that in a bag of chips. It just means I learned how business runs and how it operates. I'm good at finding, like Mike Maloney says with the goal, being a dyslexic, I'm able to boil something down to some simple matters and make it to make sense with good stories that people can relate to. So if you've got something going on in the physical world, whether you've got pain or you're not achieving what you want and you've got this chronic pain that injures you in the physical world, or let's say you can never achieve more success than your thermometer will allow you to, then a lot of what's going on underneath the iceberg, this is the tip of the iceberg, what's really running the show, the rudder of your ship, is not only your why. You've got a why, you got a what, and you got a how. The most important thing is your why. Once you get your why, and if you can find your customer's why, you can solve a problem for them in many respects. But if you don't know what your why is, you've got no rudder. So I want to know about why this. I'm going to tell you about why me, why I do what I do, and paying it forward to be a go giver. And then I'm going to tell you why some things work better than others in network marketing or in home based businesses, because I don't care where you're at in life. You may be making 6, 7 figures a year, but if you don't have happiness in your soul, what's the point? If you don't have time with your family, what's the point? If you're not protected from the coming, there's evil in the world. Okay, not only people are cutting off heads of Christians and people overseas right now, current times as we speak here in February 2015, but people are getting their shirts off their back taken away by having all their money in paper money, by having all their instruments insured with paper. And they literally have no insurance for what's behind the paper. So there's currency wars as governments print more and more money. What do you do to ensure that? What if there's another 2008-9 stock market crash? They say the money went to money heaven. No, it didn't. Some people got rich betting on the downside of that. If you're on the inside track, great. You work for Bear Stearns, you work for the inside of Goldman Sachs, you know what's coming. Hey, great. You can bet against the house. But if you're like most of us, you got taken to clingers pretty good. So the why of up here will bring you to success. And I'm going to show you how to secure your future. And I'm going to do it by running through this. And if you happen to be in our Gold by the Gram Club, you're going to understand why gold is not only a store of value, it's a safe hedge against all the inflation. You can actually get darn wealthy with it, but it's by the gram, so it's small, affordable chunks. If you know your rudder, you can affect this physical world, but what's going on underneath the iceberg is what's running your show more than anything. And the greatest tragedy in life is not, being off your purpose or what. It's living your life without a purpose at all. What is your why? This book right here, The Think and Grow Rich, is amazing. This guy studied 500 of the wealthiest people in the world, 25-year study. I mean, multimillionaires, they'd be multi-billionaires in this day and age. A lot of them had no education, but they knew the secret sauce. Grab this book. It's on Amazon for about $8 or $9. You can get the free download of the audio program on YouTube. And I'm going to cover it chapter by chapter, mixed in with a lot of my own things. I'm going to teach you about why your emotions are running the show. I'm going to teach you about why spiritually, if you don't have a good why in there, if you don't have a good spiritual root, even if you get the success, you could lose it tomorrow. If you don't believe in a universal intelligence, an innate intelligence, a higher power, something bigger than you, you're missing the boat. In my case, I believe it's the one and true and only God. I believe Jesus was the Son of God. If you're probably not a Christian, you may not even want to explore these series, but there'll be something for you. I'm not going to be a Jesus thumper, but I'm going to tell you, if you don't have a deep spiritual connection, for the end times we live in now, with the blood moons, the year of the Shemitah, the harbingers, have you read these books? Do you know that the biggest supermoon is happening over Jerusalem in September of this year? Man, people don't know what all that means. There's so many things happening. And it could be to prosper the church before the end times. I don't know. But I am planning and praying. I am praying for the best, but I'm planning for the worst. I'm protecting myself with gold, and I get it by the gram. I'm going to tell you that I got a solution. I got the good news for how to prosper your family, to bring your spouse home. If she's working 2 jobs, he's working 2 jobs, how to quit one of them, maybe quit 2 of them in a couple of months, because you're going to make more money with what I'm teaching. It's probably the best home-based business I've seen in 25 years. And coaching amateur, professional, elite level athletes and all the home-based business people. Have I made millions at it? No. But I'm going to tell you what works and what doesn't work. And I'm going to tell you the secret sauce about this team that we created over here. And I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. I'll probably ruffle a lot of feathers doing it. But you know what? This is the time to prosper the church and prosper the good people. Are you a good person? Tune into why. You're going to learn that the mental well-being, what rattles around in your head, your nutrition, that's important. You can feed a multi-million-dollar race car garbage fuel. Would you feed a multi-million-dollar racehorse, that wins the Kentucky Derby and the trifectas, the top of the game racehorse, would you feed it garbage? No. Feed yourself good food, get good sleep, get good rest. I'm not going to harp on a lot of that stuff. I'm going to tell you the tools, but if you're feeding yourself bad food, if you're feeding yourself garbage in, garbage out news all day long, you're going to clutter up your mind and keep yourself off your focus. If you'll get focused on your why, all the pieces of the world are going to fall in place, because I'm going to tell you about a lot of things that are happening now. You can find out a lot of things that are happening now. The world is full of bad news, but you're getting You're getting biased news from all the news magazines, all the TV shows. These things all have an agenda. Did you know that of all, 300 broadcast stations and media outlets, they're controlled by 6 or 7 families? I mean, don't think there's any bias in the news. I'm going to teach you about why your habits, and again, this is all right in here, nothing new. This is age-old sage wisdom written at the turn of the century. These guys became multimillionaires without any education. You can too, and I'm going to teach you these strategies. How to take your Olympic game to the top. And whether you're a professional Olympic athlete or whether you're a corporate athlete, the tricks in here that I'm going to meld into training you for a home business is going to be explosive. People loved it. They showed up every week. I'm talking 125 to 200 people showed up every week for our call on Think and Grow Rich. I'm going to cover it in a series that you can keep and reference back to. But I'm going to tell you the bottom line. I'll give you a tip right now. Your thoughts. What you think on a minute-to-minute basis. That is the real rudder that is directing or killing your success. You're your best friend and your worst enemy. I promise you. Do I have all the answers? No, but I know all the strategies. Can I do it all myself? No, but I can do a lot of it better than a lot of people, and I can certainly show you a lot of good nuggets. Is it the end all be all? No, you got to have a good vehicle. If you're not into gold, then you're missing the boat. I got an affiliate program that'll knock your socks off. Matter of fact, check this out. Just got another package of gold today. Let's see what's in it. Sealed, delivered. You can see the date. You can scan it, stop it, see it. Let's see what I got here. Point is, gold's been around a long time. It's biblical. It's solid. It's a store of wealth. You can't destroy it. But you know the best thing about getting gold? Getting it for free. You can't do that anywhere I know of. There's only 4 ways of getting gold in the world. Number 1, you can pan it, mine it for yourself. That's hard work. You can, work for it. You can go out and pan it and mine it. You can inherit it. You can buy it, which you soon run out of discretionary income, right? How much gold can you buy at 12, 13, 14? Heck, it was up to $1,900 an ounce. Whether it goes up or down, it always holds value, right? I'm going to teach you about how to be successful in your own home-based business. This won't compete with anything, by the way. It's an affiliate. It's not an MLM. But when you can get gold by the gram, and here's a brand new gold coin patented, that is a solid gram of gold right in there under retail pricing, because we're in a gold club, a gold by the gram club. We get a whole bunch of these bad boys. That's a gram of gold right there. It's called Karatbars. Their mission is to get gold in the hands of everybody, but 1 gram at a time. Now, if you're already in Karatbars, I don't care what team you're on. I'm going to teach you strategies that we're doing in an open team chat that are amazing. I'll direct you to a lot of things. You can contact me. I can give you a lot of tips and strategies for that. But you know what? There's nothing like getting a bunch of free gold in the mail. Okay, it didn't cost me anything. Paid it off residuals and commissions, but I do like this new gold coin. That's cool. So anyway, I got to hold them out in Las Vegas. So we're going to talk about the why. We're going to talk about the what. We're going to talk about the how. But you know what? If your why is big enough, the how is going to get done. You don't need to know the how of everything. If you have plans and you have goals and you specifically committed them to writing, like it's going to say right in here, don't take my word for it. This guy interviewed 500 multi-millionaires, most successful. Thomas Edison, Henry Ford. I mean, read the book, but follow the chapters. I'm going to give them to you one by one. There's nothing like it. So that's it for the little demo here. We're going to do lots of information. The greatest tragedy would be to have a life without passion. So have a purpose for your life. We're going to help you find it. Stick with me. I'm going to do some videos on this. The world is full of evil. I have the good news. I have the solution for it. I have the way to shape your success by changing your thoughts and what goes into your mind. And it's nothing foo-foo. It's nothing too far out there. Every single corporate executive, everybody making millions of dollars, 7 figures a month right now, I guarantee you they have written goals. I can tell you about study after study. We'll cut on all that later. But got a lot of solutions here. Hang out. We'll check into the next video. Give me a couple of days. I've got some traveling to do. I'll be back. We'll cut some more. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.